Hello YouTubers, thank you for coming to watch my video. Today I'm super excited because I wanted to do this video and a whole bunch of other videos. I have so many things that I want to do and I can't wait. So I'm just gonna start with this video and I'm gonna try to not go too deep into it, but I wanted to do these videos called What If, because I feel like as human, as a child, we are brought up to learn certain stories that really ends up not being very true. They might have a little bit of truth to them, but at the end, they're totally not what you expected, because they paint a picture for us that is something that isn't true. They want us to make it look like a fairy tale, but in all reality, there's so much more to it. So I feel like going to, I want to make this video to make you guys open your minds, and I want to know what your thoughts are. So today I'm doing this video on what if there are aliens. Alright, so I gotta first tell you my experiences as a human, what I feel like for aliens, and if I believe in them. Okay, so first off, I remember as a small child, I was sitting in the vehicle and we were waiting, my sister and I were waiting for my mom to get done shopping. She ran into United, which is a grocery store where I lived at the time, and she went in to get groceries and then come back out, and we were young and we were sitting in the car, and my older sister seen something flying in the air and she's like, oh my god, it's a UFO, look at the lights, look, it's a UFO. And I remember, so I look up and there's a UFO. To me it was a UFO. I was very young, so I don't know if it was really a UFO or if it was just a plane that was flying in the air. But at that time, I believed that it was a UFO. Okay, so another time that I experienced something was probably about 9 years ago. I was camping and there was probably 9 of us sitting around a campfire in the middle of the day. And why there was a campfire is because it was kind of chilly. It was in the fall, and where I used to live, it was cooler in the fall. So we were all sitting by the campfire, just being lazy, laying in the hammock, sitting in our chairs, and in the middle of the day with the sun, there was a really big bright light that like looked like it was getting close to us, and it got really bright and then it dimmed and then it got bright again, and it was moving across the sky. And at that time I was like, whoa, is that a UFO? And of course all the younger kids were like, it was a UFO. But I don't know if it was really a UFO, something that was falling from space into our atmosphere that was on fire, and just a big old ball of fire. I don't know, maybe that's what it was. But what if it was an alien? Maybe it was a ship flying. I don't know. Another thing that I did happen to see probably 7 years ago, I was driving down I-35, and either I was coming from Kansas going to Oklahoma or going to Kansas from Oklahoma. Either way, I don't know, but I remember a trailer that it was a semi-truck with a trailer, and it had a big UFO on it, and it was kind of covered, but the wind was blowing up the tarp or whatever was on it. It was a really big tarp, but this was a really big UFO, and I was like, whoa, that is so awesome. And then I thought, well, maybe it was just something that was a big secret from the Air Force, and maybe that was their, you know, whatever. What if, though, it was a real UFO? I mean, it looked like the UFOs that you would see on TV or whatever. And so then later, probably a few days later, I seen it trending on freaking Facebook, and everybody's like, look at this UFO, and they had a lot to say about it, and it was pretty interesting. So that was pretty cool. I thought maybe it could have been a prop for a movie. I don't know, but who shoots movies there? Not too many people. Anyways, not unless you watched The Twister, but most of that was filmed in California. But anyways, what else? Let's see. Oh, well, that's my experience of aliens or UFOs. mainly UFOs, no aliens. I've never seen an alien in my life, but I'm pretty interested in what people think about them and what people feel about them, because everybody has their own ideas and their own thoughts in their head, and they think, wow, okay, you know, and everybody's entitled to their own thoughts. So first off, I want to start out with telling you that it's okay if other people believe in aliens and you don't. That's their prerogative. That's what they believe and that's what they feel. I don't judge people for anything, and I like to look into these things because it's exciting to me, and I think it's pretty cool, and I like to think that there is somebody else or some other kind of species or whatever that lives on in another galaxy, or maybe in our own galaxy. I don't know, but it's pretty cool to think about it. So let's start off with I did a little bit of research, and I thought maybe this would help, but we have a lot of people that have studied the aliens and that believe in aliens, and I'm not knocking them down for anything because I think it's pretty cool. But there are different races of not Indians, but of aliens. Okay, so what I wanted to say about these aliens, there are different ones, and there is the Anunnaki. These are races, I guess, of aliens that people believe in, and they all believe that they have different kinds of, or maybe they're from different places. I'm not too sure, but the Anunnaki is dated back all the way to the ancient The Anunnaki is dated all the way back to the Mesopotamia, and they feel like they are from the planet Nibiru. Okay, and some people believe that they came to Earth to collect gold, like our Earth had gold on it, so they came to our Earth because they knew that we had gold and they wanted to take our gold. And so back in the days, this might be where it's kind of connected to the ancient Egyptians. Some people like look at the ancient Egyptians and they think their heads are shaped like aliens, but I don't believe that that is. And maybe what if the aliens came down at that time and the ancient Egyptians looked up to the Anunnakis, and they believed that they were really like gods, and so they came and they wanted to be like them, and maybe they came and gave them a little bit of knowledge. Maybe the aliens came to Earth and taught the ancient Egyptians how to build their pyramids. Some people believe that aliens really did build the pyramids, and some people believe that the ancient Egyptians were aliens, but that's a whole nother story. But these are just some things that are believed and that are talked about anyway. And so they came to Earth to get gold, and then they took gold back because gold wasn't like what we use. We use gold for necklaces and for jewelry, for beauty, and the aliens might use the gold for fuel or for something else. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so we have the Anunnaki, and like I said, we could go really deep into this, but I'm not going to go deep. Okay, so then there is the reptilians, and they are like hybrid. They are mixed with humans, like they're just a mix. So I don't know if that means that they live here on Earth. There's a mix, and some of you are part hybrid, and you live here because your ancestors are part aliens. Who knows? Maybe like one of our races, like maybe us white people are half alien. I don't know. Maybe our ancestors are part alien. Hell, I don't know. What if? Anyways, now you guys don't get too serious on me about this. And then, so they believe that the reptilians can ship shaped, and they can shape themselves into whatever they want to look like whomever they want to look like a human instead of an alien, or maybe a cat instead of an alien. And I don't know what the sense of them coming here for, because I really couldn't see what their point was to come to Earth. I never found that, but I'm sure it's somewhere out there. And then there's other ones that are supposedly like 7 foot tall, and they're huge, and they might kind of look similar to a human, but yet they're not. And maybe that's where people get the Men in Black. Maybe. What if? It could be that these I guess they're called Norbiks, and they're 7 foot tall, and but this is what's crazy. They're blonde hair and blue eyes. I am alien. I ain't 7 foot tall though. Maybe I'm just part alien. But anyways, these aliens have magic. They're supposedly full of magic, and they can have, like, they can telepathically talk to you, or they can do magic. They have the magic powers. So anyways, there are so many aliens. There is even, I've heard people talk about the Greys, but I'm not really into that yet, so maybe I'll make another video on that. But there's other ones that are also known. Okay, and then there's the Andromedans, and they're supposed to be 2.2 million light years away from us, from our Earth. And so they come from the Andromeda galaxy, and I think I'm saying this right, but anyways, and they are believed that they have visited the planet Earth. So I want to go back to the Anunnaki though. They were also known, like this policeman supposedly in Nebraska had once said, like in the 1960s, I believe 1967, and he had said that he had found a spaceship, and these were the Anunnakis that came to America and seen it. Alright, so I'm just going to leave all of that there, and I want to know you guys' thoughts and what you think, and I want you to leave it in the comments below. And I am excited to do these videos because really I could go on about these aliens, and I could dig a little bit deeper on these aliens and come up with a lot of stuff, but I just wanted to make this a short video. And I think it's pretty unique to know other people's opinions. So if you do have your own opinion, please let me know. Let us all know, because we want to know. But there are so many stories about aliens, and like I said, like today we have cell phones, and all cell phones have cameras on them now, and we can do videos. And if you find, and you can look up on the internet and find many, you can look up on YouTube and find many videos about aliens and UFOs, and especially UFOs. You will find lots of UFOs floating in the air. You can find videos on UFOs everywhere. So it's pretty unique and interesting. So if you guys ever have an alien experience, please leave that in the comments below also. And I hope to see you next time on my What Ifs. All right, deuces.